Hello, it is time to start the show. And I'm going to get started right after this.
I always click on that out of habit. That's the wrong intro, but that's my guy. What's good, Ty? How you doing this fine Monday?
I'm doing well. How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right.
Well, that's good.
At work, the big boss this is what my assistant calls him. The big boss from Georgia shows up.
Oh,
but I have some news for you. The owner works in an office that's 15 feet away from the maintenance den. I don't think you can get any bigger than that.
Bigger than that, exactly. Yeah, big boss. It's right over there.
It was funny. I met the guy. He's all right.
Good.
We talked for a little bit. He's like, but he's looking around the shop like, dang, this place. I mean, it has took some serious strides since I started. Like, when I walked through for my interview, I was like, how can you guys actually see what you're doing? It's dark in here.
Oh, wow.
I pointed out like some things like, I looked up at the lights like, well, change some light bulbs, but what else is going on there?
Yeah.
They were just dirty, bro.
Wow.
They had mirrors in back of the light bulbs that reflect the light that were just so coated that they weren't reflecting the light.
Jeez.
It's all fixed now, though.
Good.
I added some LED high bays here and there, made it so bright that you can see your future.
There you go. Keep everybody alert.
Exactly. But speaking of the future, so Robert Saleh is official, and yes, last week, folks, I was so skeptical about this because it's like he hasn't signed his contract. He's interviewing other places. It's like, does he actually want to be a 49er? That's something that was just, floating around in my head there, but he's back. For how long, we don't know. Hopefully at least a couple seasons.
Yeah.
But you never know, right?
You don't.
The special teams coach. Now, Brian Snyder was supposed to be the guy that fixed special teams.
Yep.
Right? And he didn't.
He didn't. Actually got worse.
It did. So, I mean, my question is, do you think a coach is what we need? Because I've been saying we need to change some player personnel because our guys there, they're kind of I feel like personnel-wise, we could get guys that can actually, say tackle or maybe even, take a good angle.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
Like we need more work than just coach is what I'm saying, folks.
I do think.
What do you think about this hire, though?
He's okay. I don't think he's top tier, in my opinion. That's just me. But I think he's okay. He's average, right? Okay. I think I'm in agreement with you. I think it's more than just a coach. I mean, a coach can do certain things and get these guys right, but I think you need special teams players. Like, there's certain guys who are just special teams guys, and they're your aces, and they come through for you. So I think you need more of those. And I think this season in particular, we lost some key special teamers, like an Orrin Burks and a Samuel Womack III. Like, those guys were really good for us last season on special teams. If
Danny Gray.
The return game, Danny Gray.
Danny Gray, too.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people you don't think of as starters, but they contributed heavily to special teams. We lost all of them, and I think that hurt us. So we got to start getting these guys back in there to help, secure that unit.
And that's how I've been looking at it. Is it's not just the coach. We need some player turnover here. A lot of these guys are 1 years though. They're all like 1 year contract guys. We've got a couple guys that are on rookie deals, so they're going to be here for Matt. Yeah. Coach them up. Why not? Yep. But as for some of these other players on the coverage team, it's time to go a different direction. Get some guys that can actually tackle. That's kind of big. Guys that can actually tackle. Take good angles.
Open field. Yeah, exactly.
And if they're taking a good angle and they can't get to them because of a blocker or whatever, or at least they made the guy return and change his trajectory. And guess what? There's another guy right there.
Yeah.
There's a thing going here with the angles, folks. There is.
Mm-hmm.
Steve-O, what's cracking, buddy?
What's going on, buddy?
He's on the same page as me. Yep. Damian Lee says every time the Cowboys do something stupid, an angel gets its wings.
Well, there's a lot of angels with a lot of wings out there. Then
there is. There's a lot of angels. Sorensen to the what?
Yes, right before we went live, it was announced that the Cowboys are hiring Nick Sorensen to be their special teams coordinator.
Good luck.
So yeah, more power to him.
He turns out to be good at it, and all those 49ers fans just didn't want him to be it. No,
they just didn't want him here at all. But he might be. You never know.
Yeah, Bebop. What's cracking?
What's going on, guys?
That's crazy. Sorensen is like, I thought they were going to retain him as a position coach or whatever.
As some type of coach, but if you get an opportunity to go somewhere and do something more, you take it.
Yep. So who's the Cowboys head coach?
Schottenheimer. Brian Schottenheimer.
Oh, little Schottenheimer?
Yeah, Marty's son.
They made it official. Okay, I got you. Who knows? They still have Dak, so
exactly.
No, I don't know.
Hey, you know what? More power to them. We don't face them next year, but more power to them.
That's disappointing.
It is. It is.
You never know what'll happen. You
never know.
Ooh, Tommy.
What's up, Tommy?
Tommy. Sorensen was terrible on the that's the Jaguars. They're kind of.
I know, right? They just kind of be terrible from top to bottom.
Shoddy wasn't even a good OC. I don't know any history on that whatsoever. I'm just worried about us 49ers. I'm not worried about like the Cowboys. They have Dak. I mean, it's like the Seahawks. They have Geno, and next year we gotta make him take a nap. Right.
He talked a lot of trash in that second game we played them. So we got to make him eat those words.
First win against us as a starter. I think he's like 1-5.
Yes. And it was like he won the Super Bowl. It was ridiculous. But we got to make him eat those words because, the gall of some people.
Gina. Yep.
There it is. Gina Smith. Yep. I
was actually putting an I in front of the E, just messing with my Seahawks fan friend. He's like, "Quit saying that." I'm like, I misspelled it. I didn't do it on purpose, folks.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we got the draft coming up, right? I mean, my birthday is actually Saturday, and Saturday night's when the mock draft season, that's when it kicks off for the episodes.
Okay.
Probably going to get more episodes this year because last year we were in the Super Bowl. And, there were a few weeks where I just didn't do it because of that, right?
Right.
And of course, it will evolve as free agency goes and we sign guys and, stuff like that happens. Although I don't know if, the first pick, I don't know if that 11 is going to change from anything we do in free agency.
I don't think so either.
I mean, honestly, I do feel like we're going defensive line, specifically defensive tackle, in my opinion. Depending on if an edge falls that shouldn't, I could see us taking.
Exactly.
Right.
That's the only way. Yeah.
But there's like 3 defensive tackles. I'm not going to look their names up yet, folks. You have to tune in Saturday. But there's 3 defensive tackles I'm looking at. One guy, I think he has like a late first, second type of round grade on him, depending on what site you're on. And I mean, 6'6", 345 pounds. That's a monster.
Yeah. That's the kind of guy we need in the middle. Yeah.
That's exactly what we need in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just put Evan Anderson in there with him too.
Exactly.
Then it's like then the offensive line's like, okay, we're gonna have to put an extra offensive lineman in.
Exactly. You talk about putting 2 big hogs in the middle to clog things up. That's what we haven't seen that in a long time. So yeah, I'm all for it.
We really haven't. I mean, I've been reading stories saying, "Oh, if we cut Yetur Gross-Matos post June 1st, we'll save $7.66 million." Okay, so he was injured most of the year. When he did come back, he had 4 sacks. If he played a whole season, who knows? Somewhere between 6 and 10. I'll give it. I'll kind of estimate low into the high end there, somewhere in that range. Leonard Floyd had 8.5.
Yep.
And then we have Bosa. That's pretty much the 3 guys we have. Well, of course, Drake Jackson coming back, but that's a humongous question mark.
Yeah, it's a big question mark. Yeah.
Humongous question mark there.
Yep.
So those are the 3 guys we got coming back. Defensive tackle, we got. Well, we have Evan Anderson. We have his rights for 4 years.
Yep.
I think Kalia Davis. This is his
last
year.
Has one more year. Yep, he has one more year on his contract. Yeah.
It's reported that Hargrave is going to be no longer with us.
Yeah. Well, John Lynch pretty much said as much in their press conference that they had the conversation. And he would be let go.
I wish YouTube didn't hit us with that. What is it when you play music? Oh, come on, Dave.
The copyright thing.
Yes, I wish they didn't. I'd be playing the unbanned Pink Slip thing. Like not sponsored YouTube, just shouting them out. But it's I don't hate Hargrave. I wouldn't mind having him back on a prove it.
If we can, like do a therapist contract, do something cheaper. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. But remember, we got Malik Collins as well for 1 more year.
Now that Malik Collins is okay, but we need a run stuffer here.
He's good in pass rush though. Malik Collins is good in pass rush. He's good at getting penetration, so I don't mind that for the the pass rush downs. But he played the run fairly well too. He's not that bad. It's just that we need a bigger body in there when we know it's short yardage and they're going to run. Let's put big bodies in there. That's when we need those guys.
That's why, like Evan Anderson, he was raw, folks. He was raw.
Yeah.
He was coming along, and this next year, hopefully, he will ascend some more, and we'll see a lot more of him and see him get better.
Exactly.
But honestly, having 2 big fellas like that to put in, I'm not against it.
Exactly.
And then you have Malik Collins and Kalia Davis kind of rotating that other defensive tackle spot. Well, depending on if Kalia Davis actually makes the roster, Yeah. Because Kevin Givens being a free agent might come back, might not.
Exactly. Right? You never know.
I kind of feel like he needs a prove it year. And he was having a good year before he got injured.
Yeah. That's kind of been the story of his career thus far. Like he'll come in, he'll show flashes, and then he'll get a little nick, a little injury. Then he's out for a game or 2 or 3 or 4, And it's like we never see him extensively. So it's hard to get a gauge on him.
That's the truth there. And that's why I feel like we shouldn't bring him back, because we're trying to get away from the injury-prone guys.
Yeah.
So, my guess, folks, just guess, is defensive tackle at number 11.
Yeah.
Kind of depends on who falls,
It depends on how this top 10 shakes out. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. There could be like an offensive tackle that the Niners are drooling over that falls that far, and they're like, okay, we'll take this guy and we'll just kick McKivitz inside, left guard.
No.
Hey. So what's McKivitz's biggest flaw?
Speed rushers can't handle the speed.
Speed rushers, and when you're playing guard,
you don't have to worry about speed rushers.
You don't got to deal with that as much.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with guys coming off the edge.
Honestly, wouldn't mind seeing McKivitz at guard. I really wouldn't.
But I like the way both Ben Barch and Nick Zakelj showed up. Even Spencer Burford, when they all played left guard at some point this season, they all look pretty good. So there's a lot of options there, I think. Of course, Ben Barch would need to be re-signed because he's a free agent. But Zakelj is still in the contract, and I think Burford is still under contract for one more year.
Still on the rookie deals.
They're both on a rookie deal, yeah. So,
and I wouldn't mind bringing Ben Barch back, and let's have some competition over there. Why not?
Oh, yeah. Most
Spencer
definitely.
Burford actually did look pretty good. Aaron Banks, he was dealing with injuries, and he's just kind of plateaued. I don't know if he did good enough to get him a huge contract, but he'll at least get a middle of the pack contract somewhere.
Yeah, I think I think somebody will put some money toward him. They'll look at this season and see that he was injured, and maybe be like, oh, maybe that affected his play, and look at years past and be like, ooh, look how good he was this year when he was healthy. That always plays into it. So we'll see. This free agent period is going to be quite interesting, I think, in terms of who the 49ers can retain.
And that's I would love to see us go out and get Drew Dalman, but let's face it, is that realistic?
There's a lot of teams with a lot of cap money.
and that's exactly it. And I just don't want to see Jake Brindle in there getting beat up again.
No. It's time for an upgrade.
Better. We need someone better at center.
It's definitely time to upgrade. The only thing I can say is the 49ers always try to make one splash in free agency, get that one guy to fill in somewhere. So that's where Drew Dalman could be in play here. And his dad played here. There's kind of legacy there, so that could work in our favor.
So we can bank on Banks coming back. I don't know about that, Jason. Because we're trying to get away from the injury-prone players.
He said I won't bank on them coming back.
Oh, he won't bank on Banks.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Yeah, like I said, I think some teams are going to be like, oh, he was injured last year, but we need a left guard. Let's
Seattle Seahawks will probably be like, hey.
Well, they signed our previous left guard. What's his name? Jeez.
Lincoln Tomlinson.
Yeah, Lincoln Tomlinson. How many left guards you going to pick up?
That's something the Seahawks would do, though.
Yeah.
So Pete Carroll goes to the Raiders.
Yep.
I mean, is he actually going to do something? No, when it come down to it, Ty. I was ready for him to be a 49er. And it's because this is not sponsored YouTube. I have his bonus package. I have a little bit of incentive there, but no, he went to the Raiders, so he ain't getting it. But all kinds of speculation about DC, that's done. Our special teams coordinator, that's done.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of onto player personnel, isn't it? I mean, we're not there yet. You can't even tamper with players yet.
Yeah, it's just shaping up the roster. just to go back for a second, I'm glad that all the speculation is done because
Mhm.
it was everybody, all these people in the know, all these reporters talk about it's most likely he'll come, or it's perceived he'll be here. Speaking in terms of Robert Saleh, there's another keyword that they use that I'm drawing a blank on right now, but it's like, just say you don't know. He's not here yet. He's still interviewing. You don't know. So it's like until the 49ers say something, that's when I'll say it's done. But all of this,
And
he's most likely to join the 49ers. And I don't want to hear that. I just wanted to hear that it was done and he's officially on the staff.
yeah, I actually didn't even see anything official till me and Bryant were talking Sunday, like yesterday morning. And I was like, did he actually sign his contract? Because I'm not, no,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Remembering that linebacker,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll agree with that. Oh, no, I'm going to the Cowboys.
Exactly. But it's like the coach, the Cone dude that actually signed to be the head coach of the Jaguars.
Liam
Remember?
Cohn?
Liam Cohn, yeah. So like he was supposed to go to the Jaguars facility, to the Bucks facility, and sign his contract with them. And he didn't show up. And come to find out, he's on a plane to Jacksonville to go talk to them about being a head coach. So I'm like, look, until Saleh signs, nothing is solid. Nothing is concrete. Nothing is done.
Sounds like he's one of those Florida men.
Florida man. Florida man leaves job, no notice.
A Florida man was supposed to show up at Tampa Bay to sign his contract, but instead,
yep, he winds up in Jacksonville.
Oh boy. But yeah, I have hopes and dreams, like say Drew Dahlman. That's still my hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
But we do have like players like Dre Greenlaw, Talanoga, Hufanga, which Huff has been injured.
Yeah.
I don't know. What we could hope that he comes back and is healthy, and maybe the Niners can get him back on a prove it deal. But either way, we have Mustafa, so we know we have one good safety, right?
Yeah, one. We got one good one. Jair Brown is still there, even though he took a little dip this year. He's still there.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I can say about Hufanga, he seems to really like it here, and he wants to be here, and it's close to home for him.
That's right. He's a USC guy, huh?
Yes, he went to USC. His family is, located on Hawaiian Islands, so there's a whole big West Coast connection that this is home for him. And I don't think he'll want to really venture far from that. And like I said, he just loves the organization and everything we bring to the table. So he might be a player that's willing to, sign here for less money, which we've heard this being done in the past. Sign here for less money as opposed to going somewhere else.
Now, Captain, I think he was supposed to be the Bucks OC again. I don't know the story. It's not Nuss' problem though.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know the full story. All I know is that he's supposed to come back, be their OC. They're going to sign him to a big contract, and he didn't show up. He went to Jacksonville. They sent the plane for him and said, "Hey, we need to come talk," because he was apparently one of their top two choices.
Well, the Jags were looking at an offensive guy anyway.
Yeah.
Saleh's defensive guy.
Yeah.
Look what happened in New York. They had a good defense, but they had Aaron Rodgers. Well, I said it wrong. My bad, folks. They had Karen Rodgers, and what happened?
Yep.
So when it comes down to it,
Well, the
they
Jets
got their
offense was
offensive
all the Jets offense was all Rodgers' fault though. He brought in his offensive coordinator and was running his offense, and it sucked. So, but they
Can't
threw the
argue with
defensive
that.
coach under the bus. Ain't that something?
Well, and then there's a lot of different things being said about Saleh being fired. So it was actually the owner that did it.
Oh yeah. Oh.
But then there's also this thing saying the owner had a 17-year-old son do it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. See, and that's why people were like, the Jets are a mess. Because like, what's going on there?
And that's exactly it. The Jets are a hot mess, and poor Aaron Glenn.
Yeah. I see why they did it though. They got to keep selling tickets. And if you can bring back a former beloved player who's now become a good coach, that'll resonate with people, you do that to put butts in seats. And that's the problem with the Jets. They do that a lot. Oh, we need to sell tickets. Let's sign Brett Favre. We need to sell tickets. Let's sign Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, like that's what they're all about. Hey, Don.
So what? Does that mean they're going to re-sign Sam Darnold since he's one of the better QBs on the free agent market?
You never know. No, I don't think Aaron Glenn.
John, good evening.
Hey there.
Spongy, what's cracking, buddy?
But back to us. Forget them other teams. Yeah, back to us. Yeah.
Back to us.
So I think Huff will be back. Greenlaw is the big question mark because I can see a lot of teams coveting him. Like every team needs a Dre Greenlaw.
Well, he came back for one half.
Yeah.
We shut him down for the rest of the season just for his own good. But he came back for one half and proved that, yes, he's still that dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's all teams need because now he's got the off season. He's going to be like fully healed up, ready to go by the time OTAs and everything else comes around.
Exactly.
So, but the question is who has money? Like Miami has a deficit at linebacker. They could possibly, but do they have money? I don't think they do. Right?
No, they do not. But like there's teams like the Raiders and who else? Tennessee and other teams that got a ton of money. Like the Patriots, they got a ton of money. Like there's teams out there. The Commanders, the Chargers even. My God, these teams got money. The Cardinals, the Vikings.
The Commanders, that's an interesting one right there. Because they got Bobby Wagner, but I think they only sign him to 1 year? For
Maybe.
1 year. So that could be a potential landing spot for Greenlaw. Personally, I would love to see him back.
Yeah. I mean, we got some cap money too rolling over. So hey, we'll be in the building. We'll do some competition, but we never know. You know what I mean? We never know what his interests are, whether he's just going for the money, whether he wants to be closer to home. He's from Arkansas, so if you take that into account, he may want to go back east. You just don't know.
No, Jason. PFF first was owned by Chris Collinsworth. Are you really going to take what they have to say seriously?
He's still part owner, I think. He still has some stock.
He sold a big chunk of it and made him some money, and for some reason he annoys us every Sunday night.
Yeah.
Did I say that out loud? I said that.
But he still has a little dough in it. That's why every Sunday night you see those PFF ratings come up on the screen. Like when they're doing their player intros, the PFF ratings are part of it.
Oh, I see that. I see that now. And it was like ranked this out of this out of that. This. Okay, how do you guys determine how many players are at that position? Number one. Like, is it every single player that took a snap? You know,
Who knows?
I don't get it. But
Who knows?
PFF doesn't say everything. They graded McGlinchey high. Oh, he's the best tackle of this offseason. Okay, did you not see that? Yeah. What was your grade on the Micah Parsons choke slam? I'm just kidding.
When he was blocking air, would you grade him?
Yes, in that Commanders game. No, hold on. There was a mosquito. And he was trying to get it.
He was swatting the mosquito.
I'm not saying he did, though. I'm not saying he got the mosquito. No. But we should ask Brock Purdy, hey, did you get bit by a mosquito during that game, during that play? You know, just to see, you know. But, yeah, I mean, offensive line, you know, that we're talking about McGlinchey, offensive line's the issue. And I would love to see that addressed this year. You know, Hufanga back on a prove-it deal. I can see that happening. Greenlaw, we'll just see what happens there, folks. Don't count on him coming back. I would love to have him back, but don't count on it. But definitely need to see some improvement on that offensive line.
Well, yeah, we all agree this is the year where you put some importance to it. You know, you address it.
It's like Kyle Shanahan said last year. Or Forrester actually said, I'd rather have a player that gets the ball in his hands than have a good offensive dude. You also said Brindell is great, but I know you're not going to say he's not very good because he's currently playing for you.
Yeah.
So I understand that.
Bad about him. Yeah.
I understand that. You know, but it's like, you know, you have a couple positions that could use some upgrades, and it's time to upgrade. Like if we had a average to above average center, that would be a huge upgrade right there alone.
Yeah.
You know, then Brock's not going to have these guys pass rushing from the inside a lot like what happened last year. You know, he's going to have maybe another second to 3/4 of a second to get the ball out. Yeah. You know, let the play develop a little bit. Right. And that makes a big difference having that time. I mean, other centers available. The Chicago Bears center is available, although I don't know if he's much of an upgrade over Brindle. He probably is, though.
That Bears O-line was kind of bad, though. I don't know.
Their guards and tackles were just. It was like they were just standing there, kind of letting them through.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe Caleb Williams pissed them off before every game.
Like turnstiles, man, just letting everybody through. I don't know about that, but yeah, it's, you know, with Brock getting his extension, we all know that's coming, and we finally found our quarterback. We need to keep him healthy, so it's time to upgrade the line. It's time to, you know, not have these lapses in play. Get reliable guys out there. Have guys that are all around good, like we saw. Our rookie, Dominic Pooney, he's all around good at the run, good at the pass, right? We need more of that. No more, this guy's really good at run blocking, but just so at pass blocking. No. Let's get a guy with equal strength and that's good at it. So we're not worried about, here we go, it's 3rd and 7. This guy has a speed rusher on him. Oh, God, let's pray. Let's hope Brock can get the ball out. You know what I mean?
TJ Watt is over there looking at the
exactly.
Kids
this guy is bad against the bull rush, and he's got a big guy on him. Oh, God, here we go. You know, we don't want any of that.
TJ Watt in his stance going, "Who's my B?" and looking around
exactly.
McKivitz.
It's time to address this.
Yes, and. You know, like McKivitz did sign for swing tackle money, so I wouldn't be opposed to drafting a guy on the 11th spot and saying, "All right, you're the starter." You know, but then again, like a lot of these guys that, you know, these guys can be really great, but they're not going to be that guy the first year. You know, They're going to be learning. They're going to take their lumps. That's just how it is. Pooney, holy crap. Pooney really looked like a first rounder this year, period.
Yeah.
He did. You're not going to find that in every offensive lineman we pick, though.
Exactly. You talk about finding that diamond in the rough, that ace that, oh my God, we didn't see this coming. He was it.
Yeah.
And you're not going to find that all the time, but maybe if we could hit on just another one. Or if there's one there in the first round, and he's that guy, why not get that guy finally?
Dang, Tommy. So we need a 7'4", 500-pound offensive tackle. That would be. Some of that's just so big that there's nowhere for the speed rusher to run around.
I know, right? You go around him, you're going to be going a long way around him.
Oh, man. But, I mean, free agent-wise, there's not – right tackles are hard to come by.
Because
most of the good ones play the left side.
Yeah. But even though if you have a really good tackle, if a team knows they have a really good tackle, they don't let that guy walk. You extend him.
The Chiefs got that. What is that guy? Well, he's number 74. He's always holding someone, but Patrick Mahomes, he's got Patrick Mahomes, so of course they're not going to call it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Is that Tooney or one of their other guys?
He was a Jacksonville Jaguar before he joined them. I don't know if his last name Brown? No.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to them because they're but anyway.
he had a history of being one of the most penalized tackles in the league. And, all of a sudden, no, folks, come on. We all got brains.
Oh, Philly Special Card says Juwan Taylor is 74 on the Chiefs. That's spongy.
Ooh, that's not. Yeah, there you go, Juwan Taylor.
Yeah.
Only reason he knows that is because he's hoping that his defensive linemen make him look bad. Just remember, Spongy, that play against the Texans when the guy had him by the face mask and was holding him around the other side, and they threw a flag on the Texans. Just remember that, Spongy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the whole world saw it.
But the refs. What can you do?
That's exactly it. What can you do?
What can you do? We tried to warn the world back in 2019. We tried to tell everybody. They called us the 40 whiners and all this other stuff. We said, look, man, they're holding and not getting called for it. They're pulling jerseys and it's blatant. Nope. We were the 40 whiners. Sorry, we were just mad that we lost. Now look. Now look. We tried to tell you.
And I mean, last year they were the most penalized holding wise offensive line in the league, and then they played us and they didn't give a flag.
Nope. Come on. Not one.
So it's obvious something's going on there, NFL. Come on. We'll see what happens 2-ish weeks from now. We got the Pro Bowl coming up, folks.
The Pro Bowl activities.
It's kind of like a skills games now, isn't it?
Yep. Yes, it is.
And let's see. So we got George Kittle. Juice is always a Pro Bowler, folks.
Yep.
He's going to make the Hall of Fame at fullback. I'm kidding. I don't know. I'm kidding. Yeah, we got George Kittle, Juice. We got who else made the Pro Bowl? Fred Warner, obviously.
Fred, yep. Who else was there? Wasn't there more?
Probably Bosa. I would be surprised if anyone else did.
Yeah.
Beyond those four. I kind of feel like Pooney deserves a shot there, but
Yeah, but he made all rookie, but not Pro Bowl. But yeah. And I don't even know Fred's ankle. I don't even think he'll participate.
His foot? Well,
his ankle.
But that's okay because he still gets credit for making the Pro Bowl. And now his alternate will get credit for making the Pro Bowl.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
Seymour. Now we have us a Bart Simpson in the chat. Shout out to Kenny. Seymour Butts made the Pro Bowl.
Oh, love
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Seymour Butts.
Yeah, that's like, oh boy. Kenny. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's got that thing on Thursday, Power 32. Go check it out, folks. Power 32 podcast. So, beyond everything else we got going on, like, off season, draft season, free agency. What do you want to see the Niners do specifically in free agency? Ty, I don't think I've ever asked you that.
What do I want to see them do in free agency? I just want to see them
specifically like address positions. Maybe there's a player you have a crush on, like me and Dudalman.
Well, if they can address the center position in free agency, I would like to see them do that. I remember when Kyle first got here, he was like, a key to the offense is a good center, a veteran center, one that can handle it. And it seems like we've gone away from that the past couple of years. So I'm looking to see that come back. If you could go out and find someone that's good and, fits the bill, can handle it, bring him in. That's something I want to see. Other than that, is re-signing guys that we have. I don't want to go out and do any try to just sign guys to fill holes for the sake of signing guys anymore. I feel like that hasn't really worked out. We saw what 59 was this year.
Yeah.
Like, that could have been Jalen Graham or D. Winters.
Now, keep in mind, he wasn't our first choice.
He wasn't our first choice, true.
I actually believe that they had another guy in front of him in line, but we didn't. There were reports.
We didn't get him either?
There were reports that there was another guy that we didn't get, but they never released a report about it. You know how the Niners are.
Yeah.
And, so Campbell was probably our third choice.
Like, I get that. But and that's what I mean. Like, when you get down to, all right, we're at our third choice now. Is that really the good guy to have? Do you really want to bring that guy in? Or if you're at that point, hey, let's take one of these promising second or third year players and put them in.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, especially, they're being asked to go in the game. They suited up. They took a roster spot. Suited up, and then be asked to go in the game, then be told no. Then John Lynch is grabbing him by his ear, escorting him to the locker room, figuratively speaking, of course.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
it's just things like that. And like Isaac Yadam got signed, and he actually was pretty good on special teams, and he was okay in coverage, but we saw how Renardo Green jumped up and took the position away.
About mid-season, huh?
Yeah. And it was like, all right, well, imagine if we didn't sign him and just let Samuel Womack III play. And now we have a young Womack III and a Renardo Green and a Diamador Lenore. Like, you know what I mean?
I thought they were insane to let Sammy Womack, and we would have Sammy Womack on special teams.
Yep.
I guarantee you that would have made an impact.
I hated that we didn't keep him either. For the special teams,
when I saw he was cut,
he
it was
played
like,
well.
then they cut Danny Gray, and I'm like, you just cut both of your gunners.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are top tier gunners on special teams.
Yep.
You just cut them both. And then all of a sudden our coverage unit is like,
trash.
Bottom of the barrel. Right? Like,
yeah.
Wonder why.
Yeah. Make it make sense.
That's exactly it. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
So, it's the off season, folks. The speculation train has no brakes. We're going to get Karen Rodgers, Tom Brady, James Richard Garoppolo.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to re-sign Trey Lance. I'm just throwing stuff out there. None of this is going to stick to the wall, though.
Well, it was either today or late yesterday that it was already talked about how the 49ers may be interested in Joe Flacco, bringing him in.
I wouldn't mind him being the backup. See that?
Yeah, it's a backup QB. Yeah, it's a veteran backup. That's what's been talked about.
Been around the league a long time. Purdy could pick his brain about things.
Very long time. So
I'm not saying Purdy needs to pick his brain about things, but he could if he wanted to, right?
Oh yeah, he hasn't had a veteran, to pick his brain.
Yeah,
a veteran whom he could pick his brain yet. So
that's the thing that would be helpful. He had James Richard Garoppolo, but
but
that guy's book was titled "What Not to Do."
Yeah. He's not of that true veteran mold that we're talking about here. So, you're going to see names like that pop up as we go along, as well as other things. Like as soon as when's the new league starts, I think mid-March.
March 14th, March 15th, something like that.
Exactly. So, like another month from now, that's when you'll see a lot of back and forth. And we're in the no tampering period, but everybody's tampering and people are talking and such like that. So you're going to see a lot of that going on in a month.
And until that happens and you see the Niners have agreed, when it says the Niners have agreed on principle to a contract with the player, don't count on it until he signs, folks.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I would still absolutely love it if they just said, all right, Drew Dahlman, you're our guy. All right, Jake Brindle, sorry, man. Thanks for your services. We appreciate you.
Yeah, I think they'll keep him around, though, just to be the
You think they'll keep him around to be the backup, or they won't just have Zakel do that?
It depends on if Zakel lands up at left guard. That's the thing. We don't know until this roster absolutely shapes out what can happen. And
that's true.
There's a lot of guys, we need to retain and things like that. So
I think
we'll see.
I think competition is the best way to go, though. You remember how Bill Walsh used to do it, right?
Oh, yeah.
You guys earn that starting spot. Open competition, everything, every year.
Everybody going at it. Yeah.
And this is something I've been saying, I think, for about 2 seasons now, is I think Kyle should go that direction and tell everyone, you're not just handed your spot, you're earning it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's Kyle's style, though, right?
Nah. He likes
It's really not.
He likes who he likes.
Yeah. Well, Kittle, we all know Kittle's the starter. I mean, there's no one gonna no one's gonna unseat Kittle. Let's be honest here.
And there is no potential number 2 to even challenge him right now. So
no, there's not.
Yeah.
Well, there's this one guy we took in the third. Oh, that's right. He's no longer with us.
Who's that?
Cameron LaHoo?
Isn't he with like the Eagles now? Didn't he sign?
He was on the Redskins practice squad.
The
Eagles signed him for some reason.
There you go.
They can have him.
Yeah.
You can't catch passes. All right, folks. Well, we're going to get out of here because Ty's got another show coming up.
Indeed.
So let him have a little break between. LaHoo? That's right, Kenny. But so Ty, what you got going on this week? East Coast Red and Gold on Wednesday, folks.
That's on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. But check me out tomorrow night with Mariah at 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll be on Stay Faithful channel, probably giving away some trading cards and stuff.
Come on, you can say it. You can say it. Shit Talking Tuesday, folks.
It's a Shit Talking Tuesday. That's right. We just kick back and be talking shit about everything.
I'm just a little guy. YouTube hasn't done anything about it yet. So
that's right. You're not monetized. Like they're not going to be like, oh, you can't monetize this video. That's right. I do the same thing. I'll be trying to keep it PG. Then all of a sudden, I'm like, wait a minute. I got 300 subs.
You can't do that with Mariah now.
That.
All right, folks. Hey, everyone have a fantastic week. Corey Davis, 49er Wednesday coming up where we you notice I pause. We picked the Super Bowl? Oh
my gosh.
Oh boy. That I really don't want to. Can I just hope for, an asteroid hitting the stadium at a certain time?
A little earthquake, something.
Like some sort of hurricane and flood. Oh, that happened way
They
back.
had that already.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to get on out of here. Corey Davis, 49er Wednesday. Maybe we'll play some Jackbox games, which is totally like PG-13 and up, folks. Just don't let the youngins watch. Unless you want their minds getting poisoned.
Dun, dun, dun.
And Saturday, my birthday, the start of the NFL of the 49ers 2025 mock draft, episode 1. That's when things get interesting, But have a fantastic week, folks. As Corey Davis says, go Niners and F all.